Okay, so we're going to find a specific term in this expansion, a plus b to the 14th power, and we want the 8th term. And we do not want to write out all of the terms up until that point. So we're going to just see what we can do about figuring that out without going through the hassle. Now, if you expand this, we talked about this, the first term in the expansion would be 1a to the 14th, and the second term would be 14a to the 13th, b to the 1st, and so on. Now, we're not going to keep going with this, but I'm going to use this to show you the way that we communicated this 1, that was equivalent to 14 choose 0. And then a to the 14th, and just for the pattern, I'm going to put b to the 0, which obviously is 1, so it doesn't appear here, but it'll help to see it. The next one, the 14, is the result of 14 choose 1, a to the 13th, b to the 1st. Now, a few things to note. This is, despite it being 0, that's just how many b's there are. That is the first term. And this is the second term. And the third term would then look like 14, and 2 would be here. The a, let's say the b is squared because it's always the same. So those always match up in each case. And then the a is left over, or it just counts down, either way you want to think about it. That's the third. And we're just going to shortcut this. So dot, dot, dot. The 8th term, it's going to have an a and a b. And we'll just – 14, because there's 14, that's the max, that's the exponent here. And now the bottom part of this probability notation, if you see that this is 2 and that's the third term, it's off by a count of 1. So by the time we get to the 8th term, this will be 7. And that is also the exponent on b every time. So this is going to be 7. And now the leftovers, they do add up to 14 every single time. So the leftovers would be for a, and that's 7. Those two add together to make 14. So this is the 8th term. Now, let's not leave it like that. Instead, we have to figure out what this is. So 14, choose 7. That's the fastest way to do it on a calculator. And then whatever number that is, then a to the 7th, b to the 7th. So let's go ahead and review where that button is on the calculator. We do have to put 14 in first, at least on my calculator. That's how it works. Under math, then we're going to key over to probability, PRB, and we want the n choose r. So 14 choose 7. So 3,432 happens to be this coefficient. 7th, b to the 7th. Now, if you have a different value of a and b, that we still have to maybe simplify a step further. But that's how you would determine a specific term without going through the trouble of writing them all out. Is you're looking for the 8th term. This is a 7. Always off by 1.